then, guys, we're going to get stuck into this Q&A. We've got almost 200 people in. We're live. We've got almost 50 likes. So get hitting that like button. I can see Jack. I can see Peter. I can see Craig. I can see Jim. I can see Aaron. I can see Abdo. I can see so many more of you guys in the comments. So thank you very much for getting involved in the comments. I will be hitting up your comments as we go on. And as I say, this is the Manchester United Deadline Day Live Q&A. So let's get stuck in, guys. Where's the first question at? Where's the first question at? Would you prefer Mahrez or Sergi Roberto to Sachin? They're not very similar in terms of players, are they? Mahrez and Sergi Roberto. Sergi Roberto plays right back, wants to play central midfield. Mahrez is a wide player, so I'm not sure why that question's been asked. Would I like Mahrez at Manchester United? He's an exciting player to watch, isn't he? Of course I'd like him at Manchester United. Do I think we're in desperate need of him? Maybe not, no. I think we need a winger that's going to get the ball into the box a little bit more. In terms of the dribbling wingers, we've got them. Martial, Mkhitaryan, Rashford, who's playing out wide at the moment. Those guys like to dribble. So when we look at Mahrez, yes, he would be a fantastic player to have at Manchester United. It would give us another option in one of those wide positions. It's not one of those critical players that we need. I can see your comments. Gov says, should I watch you live or Howson? Is Howson live as well? We should have probably coordinated this. I suppose you should watch me, really, shouldn't you, seeing as I am live. But, of course, if you do watch Steve, it's not a problem. Just pop back after a minute or two. Once you get bored of him, he does ramble on a little bit, doesn't he? But there's no harm in watching both. Gov Bandicoot also says, congrats on 40,000. And I must thank you guys for that as well. Congratulations to you guys for helping me hit 40,000. At the moment, we're on 40,150. So if you're not subscribed, then get hitting that like button and that subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, obviously. Do you think we'll sign Bale next summer, says Lucas Ogden? I think in terms of Gareth Bale, like, if we were going to sign him, you would think it would have happened by now already. But of course, even at 29, 30 years old, he still would be a good signing for Manchester United. So I do think we'll always be linked with him. But when you look at some of the prices that are throwing around, his injury record, he would be bound to go for over 100 million. So if that was the case, and he went for over 100 million, then you're thinking, ooh, you know, it's a little bit of a risk. But if he comes at 29, 30 years old and he's a little bit cheaper, I wouldn't mind it at all, because he'd still be a quality player to have. Anthony Martial says William needs to be signed. When we were linked with him earlier on today, although my immediate thoughts were, this ain't true. I think the newspapers are just trying to get something going and get some clicks going with Man United's name. Because Chelsea aren't going to sell us another player after Matic, are they? And the Lukaku saga. So, Willian would have been a great signing. That was one that would excite me, but I didn't expect it to happen. Do you think if City gets Sanchez, would they win the league, says Doom? I think it would obviously help them towards winning the league because he's a guy that's guaranteed goals. But I think if City were to buy a world-class centre-half, that would worry me a little bit more, because that would make them stronger in a position where they are weak at. And you see that we're in the market for Johnny Evans because they already have great attackers. So adding Sanchez, whilst it's obviously fierce, it makes it more deadly attack. That means one of their current players has to sit out. So, yes, I think it would have obviously been... I'd rather him stay at Arsenal, is what I'm trying to say. I'd rather Sanchez stay at Arsenal because Arsenal are shit even with him. But if City signed a centre-half, a world-class centre-half, then I would probably think, whoa, you know, that's shored them up for the league a little bit and it's going to be difficult for us. But it's going to be a fight for the league, man. And Manchester City are Manchester City, so you know what I mean. What do I think of Redmond, says Amy. He's all right. He's gone out on loan. Will he come back? I hope so. But it's difficult for younger players to get chances at Manchester United now. The levels have been raised very, very high. And even like a Marcus Rashford wouldn't happen now. The fact he got through the door first was key. Obviously, if players have quality, then they will, of course, get their chances. But the bar has been set very, very high. When you look at even Fosu Mensah had to go out on loan. He didn't get straight into the team. So they have to perform. Am I watching England tomorrow, says Brett? I might do, but I'm on holiday from tomorrow. So I leave literally at like 3 a.m. in the morning. So I'll be going on holiday. I'm going to Portugal. Whether I'll be asked to watch an England game, I'm not too sure. Will Matic be signing of the summer, says Pradeep? It's always great to look at these things in hindsight, isn't it, at the end of the season and say, that was the key signing that did X and Y and Z. But I think it has the potential to be, yeah, because we stripped one of our closest rivals, the champions, off one of their players. He started 30 out of 38 league games for the champions last season. So people spoke about Nemanja Matic as if he was second fiddle to Kante or something like that, as if he was on the bench. But the facts were he started 30 out of 38 games. And that's why I think Chelsea were in for someone like Danny Drinkwater, someone to complement Kante. Because yes, Bakayoko is a decent signing for them. But is he going to settle in straight away? Probably not. So you have to look at these things and think, you know, nah. Matic, quality, could be summer signing of the summer, is what I'm saying. But, sorry, something just caught my eye and I'm going to answer the question shortly. But you have to wait and see because anything can happen. Wesley Schneider looks like my uncle, says Premier League Central. Willian and Mahrez, who would I take, says Jake. I would take Willian. But Mahrez, again, fantastic player. Oh, Robin Van Persie, says Jesse. WWE fan says, should we sign a young CDM next summer? Timothy Fosu-Mensah. But then again, looks like he might be rounded off for that right wing back kind of centre half position. But I think once he gets a bit of maturity, he can fill that central defensive midfield position. If not, then yeah, we probably will have to go out and buy. Joseph said he's dropped in here because Steve is late. Nice one. I've already answered that. Johnny fucking Evans, what a laugh, says Tian. Are you watching France against Holland? I was watching a little bit of it, but now I'm on here, and I was seeing Fosu-Mensah started for Holland, so congratulations to me, Fosu-Mensah. By the way, guys, got a big shout for you lot. If you like Pro Evo 2018, or if you like computer games, I might have some early access to that. So keep it locked to Adam McKola TV and keep subscribing and notifications because I might get some early access. Nani joined Napoli, says Marzouk. I noticed that earlier on a loan with an option to buy from Valencia. Good signing for Napoli, and I think he'll tear it up. Short recap, says Gert. Gert, I've literally been answering your questions. Like I say, this is the Manchester United Deadline Day live Q&A. So get liking, get sharing, get your comments in, get subscribing if you're not subscribed to youtube.com/Adam McKola. As you can see, we hit 40,000 over the last couple of days. And now we're moving towards 41,000. My target for the end of the year, for December the 31st, 2017, is 50k. Well, I want to set it higher. I think we can do better than that. But the Social Blade prediction says I won't hit 50k until, I think it was, end of January maybe, middle of January. So we're going to beat those bastards, I'm telling you. We're going to get it. Belgium beating Gibraltar 8-0. Lukaku with 2 goals. I noticed he had scored 1, so he's obviously added 1 more to it. Has he come off yet? Any news on Andreas Pereira? Please don't say he's leaving us on loan or permanent, says Mustafa. At this moment in time, it looks like Andreas Pereira is staying at Manchester United. There's been interest in him from Valencia. There's been interest in him from Utrecht. When Utrecht came in for Andreas Pereira, we offered them Matty Willock instead, and Matty Willock has in turn signed on loan for Utrecht. So I should have added that to the list as well. Apologies to Matty Willock and good luck to him. But yeah, in terms of Andreas Pereira, it looks like he's going to be staying at Manchester United, which I'm absolutely delighted with because Andreas Pereira is an absolute baller. He's a baller. And if Jose Mourinho is keeping him at Manchester United, then that obviously means Jose Mourinho has a plan for him. If that's the case, delighted. Absolutely delighted with that. If I do look over there, that means I'm looking at the TV to see what's going on. TalkSport Drive R Mugs, says Aaron. So basically, earlier on today, I was driving back from Manchester. If you see, I did the live with Full Time Devils, so go and check that out. I was driving back from Manchester on my way home, stuck in traffic because of the time. And I was sat there listening to TalkSport Drive. Now, out of all the TalkSport shows, I don't mind TalkSport Drive. I don't mind the Sports Bar with Jason Cundy and Andy Goldstein. The rest of the shows do my head in a little bit. Jim White's show, Alan Brazil, all them like they do my head in. So I was listening to this show now, and one of them Durham has been critical of Paul Pogba's fee over the last 12 months. And he was talking about Lamar, and he said, Lamar's fee, you can justify it in this day and age. But obviously he's only been doing it for a year or something. But he didn't seem to diss it or anything like that. And I was thinking, you're someone that's been highly critical of Paul Pogba, £89 million, a man that had 4 years at Juve under his belt, a man that had played in the Champions League final. You were highly critical of him, yet you brush the Lamar fee off just like that. Is that because it's not Man United? So I just sent him a tweet, not aggressive, not calling anyone a C-bomb, none of that stuff. And the geezer got really, he was like, I don't like when people lie on me. And blocked me. Like, who the fuck does that? If you're like, it's like me doing this and then someone tweeting me saying, Adam, I don't think you're right there because of X, Y, and Z. And me saying, fuck off, blocking them. Doesn't make any sense. The whole point that I do this is to listen to different opinions, is to talk to you guys. And that's what they do for, isn't it? Strange bastards. Lamar just scored, says Joe Serthal. Is Mahrez coming to Chelsea or United? I don't think he's coming to United. I've seen Chelsea linked with him, but it looks like he might be staying at Leicester. Although Algeria did release him, didn't they? Jack Wall says, was Zlatan the fourth signing and it was all mind games from Mourinho? I don't think so, no. I don't think Mourinho would point out that we're after a left-sided player, not get one, and then be like, yeah, it was mind games. I don't think Jose Mourinho would do that. Unless Jose Mourinho did think, let me say I'm going to buy one to make Anthony Martial think, let me sort my shit out. That's a possibility. But I'm not too sure at all. I don't think he would have done that just for the sake of it. I think he genuinely wanted another left-sided player, and we didn't get it. But we've got plenty of time to be able to go and get that. Jesse says Timbo got his first call-up, well aware of that, and congratulations to Tim Fosu-Mensah for making his first team debut. Nick, how you doing? Let's all laugh at Arsenal, says Gang G. Let's all have a laugh at Arsenal. Got close to 400 people watching at the moment. Make sure you're hitting that like button, and make sure if you're not subscribed, you hit that subscribe button. Can we hit 40,200 whilst we're in this stream? Get hitting that subscribe button. Any Danny Rose rumours going? Nope, there isn't. What's happening with Coutinho? Doesn't look like he's going anywhere at this moment in time. How am I feeling about the squad for this season? Says Jimmy V. In terms of the squad, I'm very, very happy. When you would have looked at things at the end of the season, you would have thought we need a centre-half, we need a central midfielder, we need a attacker, and we need a striker. We've got a striker in Romelu Lukaku. We also brought Zlatan back, so an extra bonus. We've got a central defensive midfielder in Matic, who so far so good, looks like the missing piece to that midfield puzzle. And we got Victor Lindelof, who is still unproven. We managed to keep a hold of David De Gea, which was a huge boost as well. It's like signing a new player because I genuinely thought he'd be gone this summer. And we've kept a hold of the likes of Anthony Martial. We haven't changed the squad that much. We've got a lot of players in the squad, Martial, Mkhitaryan, Rashford, etc., that will improve on what they did last season. So when you look at the squad, we've got a lot of areas for improvement, but there's all competition for places. You look at right back, you got Valencia, Darmian that can compete for that position. You look at left back, you got Shaw and Blind that can compete for that position. And that is the only question mark position that you'd have in the team, is that left back position. And I think the faith that Jose Mourinho has put in Luke Shaw is refreshing, and I'm happy about that. I don't know what some of you guys think about Luke Shaw's situation, but I'm happy with what Jose Mourinho has done. So you look around the team, we've got competition for places in goal, central midfield. An injury to Matic would be a worry if we had to rely on Michael Carrick for more than a game or two. If we had to consistently play Carrick, that would be a worry. But the team is very well rounded, very well balanced now. There seems to be a real good hunger amongst the team, a good team spirit amongst the team, a real sense of direction that we're all moving in the same position, in the same direction, and we're all moving forward. And whilst we did win the 3 games that we played last season, whilst we did win the first 3 games, there seems to be a different manner of victory this time around. There seems to be a different feel amongst the fans, amongst the squad, amongst the manager, amongst everybody concerned with Manchester United. There's a real feel-good factor at the moment. And I know you asked me about what do I think of our signings. I think it all combines. We haven't had to make wholesale changes. We've just had to bring 1 or 2 players to just round the squad up. And I think that's the best way to be going into a season. I think since Sir Alex Ferguson left, I think this is the best position we have been in terms of squad balance, squad depth, quality, youth coming through. I think this is the best position we have been in. Look at the team. Rashford, Lukaku, Martial, Mkhitaryan, Mata, Herrera, Pogba, Luke Shaw, Bailly, Jones, Smalling, Lindelof, right back Valencia, Timothy Fosu-Mensah will hopefully come back next summer. Andreas Pereira has been added into the mix. David De Gea, Joel Pereira, Sergio Romero. You look at this squad, I think it's a fantastic squad. One of the best in the Premier League. I'm not going to say the best, but it's one of the best in the Premier League. And I think we will be there or thereabouts for the Premier League. So I'm delighted with our business this summer. I don't think it has been perfect, but I think it's been very good. And I think going into the season, I think we couldn't have been in a better position. And I think in terms of having a settled side, we have got a very balanced squad going into the new season. So I am delighted about that. Stop forgetting Lingard. Yes, sorry, Jess. How could I forget Lingard? Mahrez could still sign for us. He's disappeared. And Chelsea and Arsenal don't want him. He could be in Manchester right now. Don't forget Rojo, bro. He was a beast last year. Says Sard. I agree. We bid for Asensio. Did you see that, Fan Squad says? I did see that. Now, it wasn't exactly we bid for Asensio yesterday, although I did see the story yesterday. It was when we were in for Alvaro Morata, we then put in a cheeky bid for Asensio. But this was before he started tearing it up this season. I know he's been quality before then, but we put in a €55 million bid, apparently, according to reports in Spain. United know nothing's going to happen, and there's no current interest because of the fact that Real Madrid won't sell him. Did I just see we can win the league? Asked here. 114 points is our only challenge this season. Tian with the jokes. Definitely title contenders, says Curtis. When Raj says more people watching House and Stream, not that arse, to be honest, mate. Whoever's in here, thanks for joining us. If you want to watch Steve's stream, fair enough. If you want to jump over here after, feel free to do that. Bro, been asking again. Please, thoughts on Thauvin. Sard says, I'm not too sure, to be totally honest. Not seeing much of him. Who's he playing for at the moment? Emmanuel says, I'm 90% sure that our team is intact. 90% sure, yeah? Do I think we will sign anyone now, says Shaylin. I do not think we will sign anyone now, Shaylin. I don't think we will, no. Get hitting that like button, guys. Can you hit that like button? Can we hit 200 likes in the next couple of minutes? Let's find out by hitting that like button. Get your comments in as well, because this, remember, is a Manchester United deadline day live Q&A, and this is all about you guys getting in your questions. Any questions that you have for me, feel free to get them in right about now. He's still at Marseille. Wasn't he at Newcastle at some point, or Aston Villa, something like that? He's a decent talent, if I know correctly, but I haven't seen him play in a while, Should we sign Griezmann next summer, says WWE fan. Do I think we should sign Griezmann next summer? I do think we should sign Griezmann. I'm still a fan of Griezmann, and I haven't thought, we didn't sign him, who cares? Let's not go back in for him, because I think his decision to stay at Atletico, it can be admired. Whilst I would have liked if he would have forced to move to Manchester United, you can admire his decision to stay at Atletico Madrid. But with all that being said, he's still a very young player. And when you look at him, you look at the team at the moment, going forward, we want to win the league. And then if we win the league this season and we can add Griezmann to the mix next summer, you're thinking we want to win the Champions League the following season. So I think, yes, he's a fantastic player and I would still love to sign him. But I do have a bad feeling that Jose Mourinho might go a little bit cold on him. But you don't know, the deal may already be set up. It may be a case like Cristiano Ronaldo's last season at Manchester United, where he wanted to go. We kept him. He did us a favour. He stayed on, and we agreed a deal, and the deal was done in the summer for Ronaldo to leave. So it could be one of those scenarios. We're very close to 200 likes, so get hitting that like button. And of course, get subscribing if you're new to Adam McKola TV. Amrit, thank you for joining us. And Yusuf says, breaking news, we're going to win the league. Funny guy. Where's Rooney? Says Strauss. Rooney's in the list as a decision out. Shall we talk about Wayne Rooney now? What are your thoughts on Wayne Rooney at this moment in time? Are you happy that we let him go? Are you disappointed that we let him go? Do you think he should have stayed? What do you think? What do you think about Wayne Rooney at this moment in time? Should we have kept him? Now, my decision on Wayne Rooney is fantastic player, absolutely fantastic player for Manchester United. Achieved it all. Achieved it all. He won the fucking lot, and he's our record goal scorer at the club. So without a doubt, a legend at Manchester United. But what you have to think is, what position was he in now? Could he have started for Manchester United now? Would he have been a regular for the club now? And the answer to that is obviously no. And for that reason, I think it was the right decision to let him go. And to see him playing for Everton with a smile on his face, celebrating goals, scoring against Manchester City, winding up the City fans, doing all that stuff, it makes me happy to be able to watch Wayne Rooney again and sit back and think, oh man, it's good to watch Wayne Rooney. Because I'm not worried about his poor performances anymore. Now, the other day, I was watching Wayne Rooney when he scored against Manchester City. And in the game, he did give the ball away a lot. And I tweeted, Wayne Rooney scored, but he was still poor. And I just thought to myself after, like a day or two later, that was a bit stupid. I'm not an Everton fan. Why am I concerned about his all-round performances? I should just enjoy those moments from him now. So, yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the Wayne Rooney moments that he has at Everton, as long as they're not against Manchester United, and move on from there. But I think, yeah, it's a good move for him and the club, and I hope he does well at Everton, apart from against Manchester United. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny is Arsenal Football Club these days? Says Dave. I think it's about 20. Mara's thoughts, says Mohammed. I don't think he's going to sign for Manchester United, but he is a quality player, mate. Wazza gave us the best years of his life. I'm so happy to see him back at his boyhood club, says Robert. Has Lukaku scored a penalty? Is that what someone just said? Nice to hear he scored it. Happy to see Timbo play for Holland tonight, says Alex. Me too, mate. Great to see Timbo getting his international debut and his first cap as well. By the way, guys, Alex is, of course, doing his YouTube channel now. And I appeared in one of his vlogs recently as well, as of a whole host of other people too. So go and check out Alex Neil's YouTube channel and make sure you give it a subscribe as well. Can we get into 1,000 subs ASAP? Caught a stream again. Yay, says Jack Petrovic. Thank you for joining me, Jack. Hat-trick penalty. Yes, Rom. Romelu Lukaku. Is the transfer saga causing my beard to drop? I trimmed it today, mate. It's not dropping at all. I just trimmed it. And that's a simple little trimmage just before I go on holiday. Why does English club like to conduct late business on the transfer day? I don't know, it's really weird, isn't it? I think it's a combination of things. I think clubs like to hold out, see how far a player's going to push it until he leaves. And I think it's partly just bad organisation. Obviously, a lot of clubs as well, because the Premier League has so much money in it, clubs haggle and haggle and haggle over players. So when you got clubs haggling left, right and centre for your players, and they want big money, you're going to wait it out. And a lot of people do. I'm just glad with the way Manchester United have conducted their business under Jose Mourinho. Get everything wrapped up early. Get it all done early. That's what we like to do. We like to be chilling on transfer deadline day. And Jose Mourinho does too. That's what I like about him. He gets his business done nice and early. And we've done that yet again. We had Lindelof wrapped up, then Lukaku, then Matic. It was all nice. West Ham says, I did forget Willock. I did forget Willock, mate. I forgot to put him in. Willock joined Utrecht on loan today. Good luck to Matty Willock out in Holland. Where does Andreas Pereira get in the current team this season? Midfield wing number 10. I think I think a range of those positions, mate. I think that's going to be the best way for him to get into the team is being able to play in those positions, because if we have injury or we need to rotate certain players, or if there's tiredness in the team, then Andreas Pereira will be able to fill in because he's a quality player. He's great with possession of the ball too. He's so comfortable on the ball. Passes, moves, keeps everything simple. And because of that, Jose Mourinho will be able to trust him, whether it's in a deeper position or a more advanced position or a wide position. I think Andreas Pereira has the talents to be able to do it. Of course, week in, week out. He's still not challenged at the Manchester United level under Jose Mourinho. But Jose Mourinho has kept him at the club for a reason. And if Andreas Pereira doesn't play for United against against anyone this season, or if he doesn't get any games, or is treated like Fosu Mensah was last season, then you would be worried, because why has he kept him at the club? But the fact that you had the likes of Valencia after Andreas Pereira and Jose kept him, I think the signs are good. Where is Mahrez? Same flight as Ed was from Australia in 2013. You're damn right. Immediate business. Immediate transfer business. International weekend or Premier League weekend, says Hazel. We got a weekend of internationals, haven't we? That's real shit, man. I hate internationals. Asensio on loan? Don't be so foolish. Alex Steely says, other than Messi or Ronaldo, who would be your number one United signing, regardless of price? Griezmann or Neymar? How about that? How much is Pogba worth now, says Munraj? I'd say about 160, 170 mil. You think about Coutinho. Barcelona wanting to pay Coutinho 160 mil euros or something stupid like that. Then Pogba's worth at least that. Come on. I'm just happy Zlatan is back at 10, says Emmanuel. Do you guys think he will play in that position as well? In terms of the number 10 position, or do you just mean his shirt number? What do you think about that? Thoughts on PSG's transfers and financial fair play, says one can. Actually, you know what? I'm glad that you've asked this question, because I was having a little rant earlier to my missus and she was just there like, the hell are you on about? And I was sat there thinking, what the fuck? How has Mbappe gone on loan to Paris Saint-Germain? And you look at the deals that Paris Saint-Germain have done this season. Mbappe on loan, yeah. Obviously, that's to get around the FFP. And then you look at the Neymar deal. They paid him via the Qatari Sports Investment Company, which owns them, as an ambassador of the Qatari World Cup. So he could pay his release clause. What the? Like, how are they allowed to do this? Financial fair play is just made a mockery of. What is the point of financial fair play if they can do this? It doesn't make any sense at all. Now, I'm not hating. I don't care. United can spend money. We can spend money. But it makes a mockery of it, really, doesn't it? It really does make a mockery of it. Fernando Llorente is having a medical at Tottenham. How many goals will Lukaku get this season, says Manib? I think he's going to get 36. Just the shirt number. I wonder if we swap Mata for Sanchez, would Arsenal accept? I wouldn't accept it, Liam. I love Mata. Although, to be fair, it would improve our squad, wouldn't it? But Mata stays. Yusuf thinks he'll get 29 goals. Mbappe has scored now, has he? Graham says, my thoughts, are we going to sign anyone tonight? I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. United are shit, says Birmingham Graham. Thanks, mate. Or not, though. Not anymore. Marshall as well is a bargain. Yo, I tweeted this earlier. I tweeted, look at all these fucking prices. Lamar, 100 million euros, 92 million pounds. Fuck off. Coutinho, 160 million euros. Get the hell out of here. All this stuff. And we got Pogba, 89 mil. Lukaku, 79 mil. Martial, if we have to pay all of his add-ons, 56 mil. Absolute bargains. Because if Lamar's worth 100 mil, Martial's worth double. If Coutinho's worth 160 million euros, Pogba's worth double. Look at some of these strikers that are getting sold. Lukaku scores goals for fun. We have got some very good deals there. Whereas if we waited 12 more months, how much would they have been worth then? Imagine Lukaku played for someone like Atletico Madrid or Juventus. How much would we have to pay for him? Imagine we bought Pogba this summer. Madness. Transfer fees in 5 years, says Rob. I don't think they will go 5 years. Probably a player will have been bought for like 250 million or 300 million, but I don't think it will go like billions and all that crazy shit. I think it will eventually level out back down to some sort of normality, if you can call it that now. Alex says, who's better, Andy Tate or Ray Bobbins? I can't say either are better because I know them as people. I don't know them as characters on a, channel. I know them as people. I like both of them. But in terms of whose videos or who do I like listening to more, I would say Ray, because I think Ray is more. I like listening to the older generation, and yeah, that's it. But I like listening to Tate too. Cedric says, would I play Andres Pereira over Mata? Not over Mata in the pecking order, but I would replace Mata with him sometimes, yes. Telepathic Entity says, should we target Harry Maguire as Eric Bailly's centre-back partnership? I think Harry Maguire is very talented. Do I think we should target him? No, we've just bought Lindelof. We've got Twanzebe coming through. Jones is doing well at the moment. I hope we can keep him fit. Of course, if Jones and Smalling and Rojo end up leaving, then of course we'll have to strengthen, and Harry Maguire will probably one that at that moment in time is up there because he does have potential to be one of the best in the Premier League. But at this moment in time, with the players that we've got in the current situation we're in, I don't think we should be looking to strengthen because we've got Twanzebe coming back as well. How will Fosu meant to do at centre half for Palace, where he seems to be playing quite a lot in centre half free. So if he does well there, he could turn himself into a permanent centre back. So you don't really know how these things will go. Suranch, thank you for your comments. Shantanu says we need a proper winger. Samrid says we should prioritise Dyer and Ali, not Dyer. How fucked are Arsenal, says Aaron? In the words of Bricktop. No, in the words of Turkish. Proper fucked. Asensio has a £72 million buyout clause, Deville says. Get on the fucking phone right now to Ed Woodward. Remember when we got Cantona for 1 mil, says Yellow 8. I remember that. I remember 3.75 mil for Roy Keane. Couple of hundred G's was it for Schmeichel? Fuck it now. 1 million for Solskjaer. West Ham says opinions on Sanchez to Swansea. A chance for him to revive his career. People linking him with Manchester United, I think that was far-fetched. And I don't think we should be taking a player that hasn't done well at Bayern Munich. I think when you look at it, you think it's a good move for him. He's playing in the Premier League. He's got a big platform for him. He's playing under a manager that Bayern Munich, Carlo Ancelotti knows. So I don't know if Sanchez has played under him or not. I'm not too sure about that. But Sanchez, he's got a chance now to do well. He'll be playing regularly. He'll be starting regularly. So let's have a look. Let's see how he gets on. But he's a very talented player. But I don't think United should have been in for him at all. I don't think we should have been in for him at all, man. No. Teddy for free, says Tommy Tightlips. What a shout. Teddy Sheringham was an absolute quality player. And I think he was really, really underestimated as well by a lot of the footballing audience because he was such an intelligent player. He was he was just a quality player. Quality player he was. Able to do all sorts. And I love him. Teddy Sheringham. For my birthday, my last birthday, my dad brought me a signed photo. So it's got 3 images from the Bayern Munich goal and a signed photo, which was mint. MU Blaze, how you doing, bro? Ole Gunnar was a bargain. Romero for free. Oxlade-Chamberlain joined Liverpool. Yep, I noticed that move as well. Shout out Pat Mendoza. Help me now says, oi ugly. That's my nickname. How did you know? We are United. Fear us this year. Let's get Ramsey and put Matic on the bench. Fuck right off right now. Get out. How dare you? How dare you? Who Shadows is quite worried. Are you an Arsenal fan? Because you can't be a United fan if you're quite worried. I refuse to believe you're quite worried. Yes, JH Draws, how you doing? Samrid, future replacement of Valencia. Could it be Timothy Fosu-Mensah? Could it be Darmian? I think we probably need someone else as a permanent right back for Valencia because Darmian doesn't kind of fit the bill. Serge Aurier went to Spurs when United were linked with him. Whether we were really after him remains to be seen, but there's that as well. Shout out DJ Grace C. A. Pereira on loan says Dip Pereira doesn't seem to be going anywhere at this moment in time. How long before the window closes, says Nick Ilievsky. We've got 1 hour and 20 minutes until the window closes. Robert, thank you for watching. Darshan, thank you for watching. He says Evra, another absolute bargain. Manraj says, what role will Zlatan play this season? I think bringing Zlatan back in was a masterstroke by Jose Mourinho. In losing Wayne Rooney, I don't think we lost much on the pitch, but I think we lost a lot in the dressing room, around the club, because Wayne Rooney was an experienced player. He was a captain. He was a great leader for the club, and the players in the dressing room would have really admired him. So when you add all that into the mix and we lost him, bringing Zlatan back immediately replaces that as a figure that brings up the levels in training, the attitudes in terms of the winning mentality. He will outbring that up and raise that. But when you look at United and you look at Zlatan, we needed him at this moment in time. We did need that experience and that leadership. And you look at, we're in the Champions League, we're in the League Cup, we're in the FA Cup, we're in the Premier League. Hopefully, we're in all of those competitions and we're involved in the race for titles this season. Because if we are, then we need him. We need Lukaku, we need Rashford, we need Marshall, we need all of them. And he's a different option. You think about in the Champions League, Rashford, Lukaku, Martial, great players, great talents. They're not proven in the Champions League. So when you take that into consideration and you think about that, then you've got to think, right, it's not proven in the Champions League, so what do we do? Zlatan is. It's a bit of experience. So let's say we're winning a game 2-0. Lukaku scored 1. United are 2-0 up, half-time. But the other team are coming into it. We can't concede. Bring on Zlatan. Bring on Zlatan, you get me? And I don't think Zlatan will be one of those players that's the key at Man United. I don't think he's going to come in expecting to start every game like he did last season. I think his role will be completely different, and I think it should be as well. Tito says he will slow the pace down. Now, if he's playing every game, that's a worry. But if we're slowing the pace down when we need to, that's not a worry. Tactical. Mr. Red Devil, let me open up your channel now and I'll check your video out right after I've finished here. So I've opened your channel up now so I won't forget, and I will leave a comment on it. The new era begins. So there you go. I did read your title, and I'll check your video out after, mate. Well done. It looks like from the first couple of seconds I've seen it looked good. So I'll check it out in a bit. Swansea have Tammy Abraham and Renato on loan. Their activity is mint, says Lucas. Only problem for them is they're on loan. So with them being on loan, if they have a great season, then they leave in the summer. It's like, shit, what are we going to do now? But it's still great to have them for the season. Arsenal will finish 18th, says Thickend. Evan says, hi, how you doing? Glenn's back. He says, Zlatan adds class and flair. Is there still time to sign another player with 1 hour to go, says William Shin. I don't think we will be signing another player. Thinking about making a channel, what you think, says Jimmy. Do it, mate. If you think you want to do it, do it. What's the worst that can happen? Anthony Bethel says, can I come on full-time Devils this season? It's not my decision, mate. But if you're at a game and you want to come on a fan cam, I can control that. So if you're at a game, give me a shout. I'll get you on a fan cam. If not, you're going to have to give a shout to full-time Devils because I don't make those decisions. Got over 367 people in at the moment. Guys, share this video on Twitter. Share this video on Facebook. Get liking the video as well and get your comments in. Shambles, says Joachim. Yes, I've seen that as well. Aaron Ramsey. Apparently it's a nickname for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but it's also a nickname for Arsenal as well, so that's good. Udesha says, are Liverpool going to challenge for the league? I think their lack of a centre-half. They should have signed a centre-half. If it looks like Van Dijk's staying at Southampton now, so if that's the case, then, you know, they need a centre-half to be really challenging for the league. Mate, I'm coming to the Everton game. Fan cam, Governor Bandicoot, safe, mate. Come and get on the fan cam. I'll be located near the Sir Alex Ferguson Way signs and the back of the Sir Alex Ferguson stand, so come and find me. Then, guys, get hitting subscribe. We're very close to 40,170. Get hitting that subscribe button. Bye-bye, time to sleep in India, says Ubadia. Good night, mate. You staying live to the end of the deadline? No, I am not, mate. I'm leaving for the airport at 3 a.m, so I'm going to be shooting off in a little bit and getting some kit. Mustafa says, could you do Skype where fans call in? I'm going to work out how to do that, and then I will get on it, mate. So as soon as I have the ability to do that, I will do it. What are my realistic expectations for us in the league, FA Cup and Champions League this season? Adam says, Liam, my expectation is I want us to challenge for the league. If we don't win it, we need to be right behind the winners. I want us to get into the last 16, last 8 at minimum in the Champions League. But you never know what happens with a draw. If you get to the last 8 and you get a plum draw, you're not going to say no to a semi-final, are you? And that becomes the target. So obviously the things in the cup can change, but I think the Premier League's the main one, and we need to go close to winning the league if we do not win it. Otherwise, it's been a failure of a season. Dave says Van Dijk is staying. Nate says, if we are bidding from Asensio, then why didn't we just activate his release? Fam Squad says, do you think Pogba would want to leave the club someday to join a Real Madrid or a Bayern? I don't think he would join a Bayern. I had a feeling before he joined United that he'd join Real Madrid. He didn't. So, do I think... Nah, I don't know. If United are competing for titles, we'll be able to keep him for a long time. I fully expect that. Am I from Birmingham? I am from Birmingham. No transfers, says Jaquan with a sad face. Why are you sad, mate? Why are you sad? Be happy, mate. Manchester United have done some very good business this summer, as you can see over there. Our rivals didn't improve too much, says Ashish. Fosu played well in the France vs Netherlands game. Good to hear. Follow, says Tommy Tightlips. How many goals do I think Rashford will score this season? I think he has to target double figures. If he can get into double figures, Martial can get into double figures. Mickey can get into double figures. Mata can get into double figures. Lukaku can hit 30. Then that's what we need from our team. We need a complete contribution from all of our team. Whoever turned that fax machine off is a legend, says Mustafa. Alright, mate, gonna sleep now. Got a 5 a.m. tomorrow. Good night, Gov. Yellow says Fellaini the new Cantona. That's blasphemy, mate. You're not allowed to say things like that. Stop it, and stop it right now. Disgraceful you are. Stop. Why is Sanchez staying at Arsenal? I think it's better for us, mate. It's better Sanchez is at Arsenal, who can't do us any harm, than he's at Man City, who are a team that could challenge us for the league. Am I half Irish and half Indian? Yes, I am, but I'm born in England. Craig says, I'm going to be nervous until I see the lads come back from a goal down. I think that's a good point. We have to react to adversity, going down to 10 men, going a goal behind. You know, seeing how we react to those kind of things. But I think the game against Leicester was a test as well. A little bit of adversity, missed the penalties, 20 minutes to go, pressure's on, fans want to win. We're going into the international break, we want to make it 3 out of 3, and we got the win. We're the only club to keep a 100% record. So I think that was a test, but of course, we need to have further tests as well. And we've got some coming up, Southampton away, Everton at home, Liverpool away, some big games coming up, Stoke away as well. So in the next couple of weeks, we will be tested. Sanchez wouldn't fit at Man United. His thick end is a very good player, of course he would. Do I like waffles? Yes, I do. Will we see more of a 3-5-2 when Zlatan is fully fit? Says Rob, maybe, but I don't think so too much. When games call for us to play 3-5-2 is when I think we will play 3-5-2. Guys, hit that like button. Let's hit that 300 likes sign. Come on, guys. We got close to 40,170 subscribers. Can we get a few more? Do you like Harry Potter? Watch some of the films. That okay. Don't read the book. Love you, mate. Dave stays, says ASR. Dave stays yet again. I love Dave. Will Jose rotate correctly? Is it Eid tomorrow? Eid Mubarak to everybody celebrating Eid tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great Eid. If it's just Friday for you, then have a great Friday. But if it is Eid, have a good one. Top 6 prediction: Man United, Man City, Chelsea. Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal. Spurs, Liverpool, Everton, Arsenal. I did it. Team is much more well-rounded this season, says Anthony. Excited to see what this team can do. I like that, mate. What's up, Yusuf Saeed? How you doing? Riyasat, how are you doing? I don't have any competition with Hassan regarding subscribers. Adam is the GOAT, says Jack. Love you, mate. Do you honestly think we're going to sign anyone now, says Mr. Anonymous? No, I don't. Large up from Belize. We have the channel on lock. CSTO in Belize. Nice one for watching, mate. Professor Magonigal. Who's that? Arsenal are shit. Where am I going on holiday? I'm going to the Algarve. Gonna go look for Louis Van Gaal. Our only threat to City and Chelsea. Cheers, Ashish. Do I want Rashford up front? Yes, I do want him to play number 9, but I think for some of the season he'll be playing wide left with Anthony Martial. I think it's going to be them two competing for the wide left spot. I think it's going to be Mkhitaryan, Lingard competing for wide right, Lukaku, Zlatan, number 9. Then we got Mata, who can play number 10, or Mickey can play number 10. Mata can play in a deeper role as well. Andres Pereira can play in any of those positions. So when you look at that, we have got depth in those areas if, keep those players in those positions. Glazers out, says Vaz. Yes, Vaz. Feel sorry for Arsenal, says Asil. I don't feel sorry for Arsenal. How are you doing, Shoaib? I'm doing well. Gravy Pot's having a poo-poo. Nice one. Squeeze one out for me. Hello, Solo Power. Hello, Arsenal are getting fisted. Yes, man, have a good holiday. Thank you very much. You never get a deadline day under Jose. Takes the enjoyment out of deadline day. It's good though, mate. It brings the enjoyment to the season. Would you have rather us had less players for the games against, who did we play? West Ham, Stoke, Swansea. Would you have rather us had less players for them games? No Matic, no Lukaku. No. Is Pep a good manager or a fraud, says Manraj? Is a very good coach. Whether he's a good manager, I'm not sure. But then I say he's a good coach, and he hasn't really coached anything. He's buying all his players, so when City went there expecting him to use their expensive academy, and you see Jaden leaving their club today, it's a strange one, isn't it? All right, Reese, how you doing? Elliot, how you doing? There's your shout out. Rapid Z Danny wants to know where everyone's from, so get your comments in on where you are from. Fresh trim. Yes, I got that fresh trim. Get in a subscribe, get in the like. Right then, guys, this is the Adam McKola Manchester United deadline day live Q&A. Manchester United transfer review, the transfer report. What are you guys making of Manchester United's transfer window? I am feeling very, very good about our transfer window. Look, Jose Mourinho never got his left-sided player that he wanted. But the players that we brought in, Lindelof, still unproven, still needs to prove himself. We know that. But very good potential. Matic, quality signing in the centre of defensive midfield, which is exactly what we needed. Romelu Lukaku comes in and replaces Zlatan Ibrahimovic's goals. But not only that, he's a young, talented striker that will dominate the Premier League for years to come. And not only that, we've brought Zlatan Ibrahimovic back too. So Zlatan, Lukaku, Lindelof and Matic have come into Manchester United, a team that has many, many talented players, a team that has many, many players that can improve on last season, and a team that has a great spirit about it. And that's the best thing for me this summer, the spirit that's in the team. Yes, the signings that we've brought in have been quality, but without the team spirit that we have there, they don't settle straight away. Without the team spirit that we have there, we don't see the performances we have at the moment. And I believe Jose Mourinho has got it bang on at this moment in time in terms of the squad balance. Yes, it would have been nice to have that one more that he wanted, But we didn't get it, and he didn't panic. He didn't rush out. He's not rushing around now, 1 hour before the deadline, trying to sign a player that he wants. He's cool with it. He's happy to sit back, relax, and let this team do the business. And the target this season has to be the Premier League. We have to try and get that trophy back. And I think the squad we have is more than capable of doing that. If we don't challenge for the league with this squad, with the way we are at the moment, and this isn't a reaction to winning those 3 games. We won the first 3 games of last season. This is a reaction to the manner of the victory, the team spirit, the manager's determination, the drive in this squad. This is a reaction to those things because Manchester United are going places. This team is going places, and that is obvious. And I'm really, really happy as a Manchester United fan this summer. And it's great today to be able to sit back, watch all the other teams panicking and trying to make late signings. So what we're going to do here, guys, we've got almost 400 people and we've got almost 300 likes. We've got almost 40,170 subscribers. Get hitting that subscribe button if you're new to Adnan McKola TV. We're going to hit up some of your questions right now and then we're going to wrap this stream up. Bilgi says when is Shaw back? Shaw is back hopefully soon. He's been playing for the under-23s, so his recovery is well underway. Do I think Arsene Wenger sucks eggs? Maybe. My ratings out of 10 on this transfer window, says Riaza. I would give Lindelof a 6.5 because he's unproven at the moment. Lukaku a 9. Actually, I'd give a Lukaku a 10 because he's my perfect choice as a striker. Matic a 8. Zlatan a 7.5. I'm happy with those signings. In terms of the whole window, I'll give it an 8. Jose wanted 4 excluding Zlatan. He got 3. So we're just a little bit short off being perfect. But the window has been very, very good for Man United. What's your guys' ratings of the window? What do you give this window? A rating out of 10? What do you think it is? So get your ratings in as well. Get hitting that rate button. Or get your ratings in. Just comment them. 6 to the seal. How many clean sheets for Dave in the league? So he's got 3 already. So we got 35 games left. He can keep at least 20 clean sheets. I reckon he's going to keep 23 clean sheets. Do I want to live with you in Salford? Nah, mate, but if I ever get kicked out, I'll give you a shout. Dave stays. Is that the end of the Real BS? Is Darth? I never think it's the end of the Real BS, but for now it is. He's our player for the next season or 2, and that leaves me very, very happy indeed. Boiled eggs or fried eggs, Adam? Depends how I feel, race. 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10 says Joshua. 8.5 says Adesha. Justin says 9. 10 says Nate. Ronak says 8. 8 says Fakend. Solid 8 says Rob. Considering balance of our teams in the right standings, I would give it a 9. Says Poppin. 8 out of 10 says Ronak. Keel says he really wanted a left-footed attacker. Steven Stevenson gives it an 8. Stephen thinks there wasn't urgency for the 4th signing because we already have a good team. And that's what I mean. We don't have to rush around. The team's already strong, as you say. 8.7 says Adesha. 8 out of 10 says Unholy. 8.5 says Sartak. 8 out of 10 says WWE fan. Danny Drunkwater gone Chelsea. Shit, man. That's funny as fuck. Zlatan out of 10. I like it, Robbie. I like it, Robbie. Think we will get Sanchez? No, we won't. A good 8 says Dick, and Manraj says a 7. 9 value for money, says Larry. And when you look at the market, it is value for money. Lukaku 75 million. When you see the prices for Dembele, Coutinho, when you see the prices for all these players, and Mbappe and all these kind of mad things going on. Lamar. Look at all these prices, and then look at the prices we got Pogba for, Martial for, Lukaku for. Fucking bargains, mate. Manchester United have had a great window this window, guys. And just because we're not rushing around at the end of the window, don't get disheartened. That's a good thing. Elliot says 9 out of 10. Do you remember when we were rushing around on the end of a window and we ended up with Fellaini for more than his release clause when his release clause was cheaper a couple of days earlier? What a bunch of fucking idiots that summer. Adrian Jackson says 8. Are we going to get a signing? Says Alex. We are not going to get a signing. Sanchez not going to City is a good enough deadline day for me, says Aaron. I agree as well. He is less damage to us at Arsenal, that is for sure. Thoughts on the height of United, says Faulkner. Jose Mourinho loves an aggressive team, doesn't he? He loves a big side. But they're not just aggressive, they're not just big. They are a very talented side as well. And not only are they big and strong and physical and aggressive, but they can play ball. And that's a great thing as well. Left winger in January, says Adrian. Jared says, what's your favourite film? Oh, that's difficult, you know. I've got different genres. Snatch, Friday, Pineapple Express, Lion King, Godfather. Loads of films, mate. There's loads. Mickey was a bargain, says Jack. That's a good shout as well, mate. Mickey was a bargain indeed. Arsene Wenger sucks eggs. Everyone's talking about eggs. There's 1 hour left of the transfer window, and I'm not going to be with you for the rest of the hour, guys. I was only supposed to be with you for half an hour today, but I kept this transfer review going because I love you guys like that. Thank you very much for joining me here today on Adam McKola TV, guys. You lot have been absolute legends, and thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, I'm telling you again, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 50k by the end of 2017. Can we do it? Yes, we fucking can. Social Blade doubts it, but you guys are going to ensure we make it, just like you ensure we made 40,000. Thank you for joining us, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and share. What are you rating Manchester United's transfer window out of 10? I'm happy with our business. Are you? I'm Adam McKola. I'm out of here.